the Michael Patrick Shields Show.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Michael Patrick Shields, 19 minutes after the hour. You know, you hear about these balloon festivals. Howell has balloon festivals very often. You'll be driving down 96 and you'll see a hot air balloon. This is a horse of a different color, as they say. And can I have that show sheet back, Michael? Just my show sheet, if you would, please. Get the names of all the people that I'm talking to. I could use that. We know Troy Hale anyway. He's Nikki Hale's husband, and we know him because he works at Michigan State University. And 17-time Emmy Award winner, but is that up to date? Because you had the awards this weekend.
That's not up to date.
Not up to date.
No.
How many Emmy Awards now?
Well, I got 2 more on Saturday. So
Two
we're
more.
up to 19 now.
19 Emmy Awards.
Yes.
And here, I hate to even touch it. I jinx myself.
Oh,
but
no,
here
go
it is.
for it.
Look at this beautiful trophy.
Yeah.
That is gorgeous. You got 19
It is a pretty
of these?
one, isn't it? Yeah.
Now,
Yep.
I've been to your home. I didn't see 19 of them all lined up on the mantle. You have to have a big mantle.
Sadly, a lot of them are in the basement.
Come on. They're not even seeing the light of day?
No, I have a lot of them in my office,
Oh,
and there's one at MSU in a trophy case so students can see them.
All right. So you spread the wealth.
I try to, yeah.
And we get to keep this one? Is that what you're saying?
Sure.
No.
Emmys, collect them all.
For a
Look at
price.
that
Yeah.
beautiful award. I don't think we entered this program. Maybe next year we'll enter for the Emmys. What do
There
you
you
think?
go, yeah.
Could we possibly win one?
You got to enter to win.
And could this program?
Sure.
Is there a category that we fit into?
Sure, I'll find a category for it. Yeah.
Could we
We'll
win
make a category.
statewide radio television programs that come out of the coffee house in Lansing? I bet you there's a category we could win like that. I'd like to
I don't know if
present
it's
you
the-
with this Emmy Award.
Thank you. I don't know if there's one that's specific for a category, but we'll see.
But that's how we'd win. Nice looking
Yeah.
lady on there too.
Yeah, it is.
You're always into something fascinating, and the last thing I heard was you're going to send a balloon with some equipment
Yes.
into space.
Yes.
That sounds like something the Russians or the Chinese can do. America used to do it, but not anymore. How are you going to do this?
I guess in a way it is a spy balloon. Yeah.
It's a balloon that will go into outer space.
Well, it's not quite outer space, but it's high enough up there that humans wouldn't be able to survive without a spacesuit.
How high would it go?
We're hoping 80,000 to 100,000 feet.
100.
So,
Now, a commercial airliner goes at about 35,000 feet.
Yeah, about 3 times higher.
And you'll launch it from right here in Michigan?
We're hoping to launch it from Spartan Stadium.
Spartan Stadium.
Yeah.
And the camera on board will show us what it's like to be up at 100,000 feet?
Yeah,
did you say?
it's kind of
80,000 feet?
it's kind of like the ultimate viewing platform. I mean, we love to go up in really tall buildings and check out the view, and this will be kind of the ultimate experience for that.
Wow. And so the camera goes up. Then what happens to the balloon eventually when it gets all the way up there?
Well, the balloon has gas in it, and as it rises, it expands, and at a certain height, it's made to explode. So it'll pop, and then there's a parachute that'll bring it back
For
down.
the camera.
Yeah.
Now, how do you estimate where the parachute will come down?
Dumb luck.
Really? Do you have a
Well,
tracer on it or something?
Yeah, we're gonna have a GPS on it, and we're talking with the weather service, and they'll be able to tell us what the winds are doing that day. So we'll be able to get an estimate of it, but we do have to get into a car and kind of drive after it. And we're guessing it's going to land about 60 miles away from where we launch it.
Or could land, if you could get it to land in Michigan Stadium after taking off in Spartan Stadium, now that would be a trick.
Yeah.
That's impossible, though.
Well, get a little remote control, some propellers on
My
it.
God, what if it lands on the hood of somebody's Cadillac?
It's going to be light enough. That's not going to do any damage to anything.
Was it like a web camera or a big old?
It's going to be those small cameras that they put on extreme skiers and things like that.
I
We're
see.
gonna try to put 5 or 6 on it, so it's going to be a 360-degree view. So afterwards, we're hoping to get a museum installation to be able to project at 360. So maybe a children's museum, so kids can go in and kind of fly
go
up to
up into
space.
space.
Yeah.
Now, when these people go on these low Earth orbit, like these millionaires that go for $250,000 in a rocket, and they go, is that about as far as they go?
I think they go higher than that.
Higher than that.
Yeah, this is about a U2. U2, is that right? The spy planes. Yeah, the spy planes go a little bit higher than what we're going to go to.
And you're gonna so you'll put it in a museum, and we can come and watch what that looks like.
Yeah.
What does it look like? Is the sky black like space?
It looks like space. It really looks like you're way up there. It gets when you first launch, there's a lot of wind, so it blows around a lot. Way up there, there's less wind. It's going to be a little steadier. It's going to feel like space.
Wow. I read a little. I was at where is it? Kitty Hawk in North Carolina last fall, and the flight museum is there because that's where the Wright brothers flew, and there was a story about a guy who parachuted from like 100,000 feet.
Yeah.
Did you ever see that story?
I did see that. That was in the 60s, and they were trying to figure out if you could bail out when you were launching out of a rocket.
Is
So
that
they were
why
trying
he
to
did
test
that?
that. Yeah.
And he
there's
went
a-
up with a balloon, didn't he?
Yeah, he went up, similar kind of thing. He went up in a big weather balloon and then jumped out. And the best comment from him was because he jumped face forward, and then he was trained to turn around and fall backwards.
Yeah.
But he said when he jumped out at first, you couldn't tell that you were falling, and he thought, oh, we went too high.
I'm floating off into space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he flipped around and he was falling backwards, and he said all he saw was the balloon just fly away from him, but he was actually falling back down.
Oh, that gives me the chills.
Yeah.
Doesn't that give you the chills?
I don't know how you'd breathe at 100,000 feet.
Well, he was in a full spacesuit kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you
And
imagine that?
there's a guy now that's trying to do it, and the original guy is his chief whatever advisor for it. So there's a big Red Bull thing, and a guy's trying to do it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do you think that's exactly what he said when he thought he was floating in space? Do you think he said, "Oh, we went too high"? Or do you think it was really 2 words? I think it was
Probably.
2 words.
Probably 2 words.
Probably.
Oh, yeah.
There is film of it, but there's no audio of it.
That's a good thing. So you need investors to help you with this project.
Yeah. Well, we need to get the electronics in the balloon. The balloon itself isn't that expensive,
No?
but it's the getting all 6 high definition cameras inside of it. So yeah, we're looking for people to sponsor it. We want the balloon to go up like a NASCAR.
Yeah.
And then we've got on-camera sponsors, so you can have a little arm out there with your sponsorship in front of it.
Oh, wow.
And you can have the picture with your name out there, or you can sponsor the balloon itself.
How do they find you? How do people find you?
Email's the best way right now. HALET at msu.edu.
Okay, we're going to put that on our website at mibigshow.com. And if you want to hear the podcast of what went on today, it'll be on there too. So, and you can just get with us if you need to, and we'll try to connect you through that way. Hopefully somebody's watching right now and says, yeah, I'd like to send a picture of my daughter up into space.
Also, we could have
like
your
that.
face right out there.
Oh, right out into
in
space.
Yeah.
There are some people who would like to put me out in space. To the moon, Alice. Remember that? Congratulations.
Thank you.
Timeline and when you want to get this started?
Well,
Doesn't matter what time of year?
Probably by fall.
By fall. From Spartan Stadium to space, Troy Hale with another 2 Emmy Awards for The Mantle at 26 after the hour. Congratulations. See you soon.
Thank you very much.
Back in a flash. Monday.
So